just shed some tears. Tears of sadness. On my way to, I feel like I'm on my way to encampment. If you guys have seen this movie called Escape from Subido, so I think the German soldiers captured the Jews and they were enslaved. They were basically being killed. There was this encampment camp called Subido. At some point they were trying to escape. But many times they couldn't. So I felt like at some point, this is my Subido. I felt like I escaped at some point. But now I'm going back. I want to say not willingly, but willingly. Because as a man, I have to make some sacrifices in life. And well, this is my sacrifice for my family and for myself. Because I'm not going to be a hypocrite or a liar. So yeah. But now I understand better, and I know that all I'm going to do is to work like a lunatic and to make content like a lunatic. So since I'm making content right now, and I didn't even get my mic, I didn't forget my mic, I kept it in my box, so I was stupid. I was very stupid. And then I wanted to buy a tripod stand, I didn't buy the tripod stand, I was skating. I'm gonna post the video. I met this dude, guys, and we were skating. Then he gave me a skateboard. It's a cruiser wheels, so it isn't like the normal regular skateboards. I've never used cruiser wheels, bro. Brilliant. But I was having difficulties with it. Then when I was about to dip, I would give you the full story, but watch the videos on my YouTube. So I was about to dip, and he told me he was going to latch onto my car and then use my car as a momentum, and he did it. But the video I made of him was so cool. So this dude came, latched onto my car, and I was driving. Then I was going, then I was driving, and then he was asking me to go faster. Now it's cool, but I feel like it's not been epic cool if it wasn't high, because it was high. But then I don't judge him because I used to smoke weed, something like that. And to be honest, I don't think it would be any less cooler. But when I did it and I was under the influence of food, I felt like that boosted my dopamine, something. I don't know what it is. This is so I feel like that elevated something. I think it's just made my ability to get high on the job more receptive. I've actually never had this kind of critical thinking or towards this kind of scenario. So now that's sad. When I was in Nigeria, I was just playing. I'm going to miss Nigeria, fuck. Then I also like did the same thing. I went onto the car to him to go, and I was doing the same thing, bro. Actually, still. But then at some point, I wasn't able to overcome my fear because the cruiser wheels were very fast. Like normal skateboards, but the ones I'm used to, and the ones I used in university, they were cool. And they were fast, but I wasn't scared. This one got me scared, and when it got me scared, I was a bit intoxicated about it. So I said intoxicated. I was a bit seduced by it, but I was scared also. So I was like, but I've overcome the fear by the coffee. So I had to go home. go back home and he was home. The dude was literally at the gate, and I was at his back. Mom was giving me silent treatment. It's cute. I'm going to do this better now. I have to ignore the voices in my head. Even though sometimes I feel like they are the ones that give the quickest and fastest way to the fame and the goals that I want. I think, in the words of Taylor Swift, it's a false god. And I wouldn't rely on something that has to hack into your brain to feed you information. I'd rather stick to the conventional means that would rather talk to you and actually matter and not haunt you. Okay, I'm just crazy. I'm way past that level now. So anyways, if you want to learn a skill, any skill, I won't lie to you though and be like, oh, I made money to travel right now. No, my dad sends me the money. But he only sends me money because he loves me. If I'm being honest, also actually think of yourself nice. Anyways, if you want to learn an online skill and not take economy like me and take a business class, visit www.marketing.tech and get a skill. And how would that help you? Well, we've gathered these resources to help you. And see, this is what I say. I live in Nigeria, my creativity dies. Just shy. Why the fuck would I be shy? That's not it. So what is it? Succubus. Succubus energy. No, it's the same mistake. Same mistake. See, that's why what I'm going to do now is this is going to be my humor channel. Yeah. Alright. So this is alright guys, I'm gonna start test run or something. So right now I'm gonna focus on just my journey and ignore the side noise, anything going on, body language to communication, psychological bullshit, ignoring. I've done that for a year. It hasn't gotten me paid, so I'm throwing that in the dustbin. This is where I'm like, oh, I show some rage, but doing things better is totally not paying attention to it and just ignoring it. And then praying more. Yeah. God is my shepherd. I shall not want. personally, I'm next to someone and the person is shouting like, see, I'm a caring person. I know I'm caring. Alright, so if you're ever in a scenario where there are so many background noise, but I feel like I should teach you, see, especially Nigerians, I feel like I should teach you guys this thing. But why we are the superior when it comes to this is because we ignore it. So like foreign people using that and then doing, we don't count any minutes into it. And I wish I don't know it, because knowing it has not made my life better or worse. Especially with women, bro. You know, they now they're scratching our head and all those mumbo jumbo. I said, if a Nigerian girl is not looking left or right or scratching her head, I don't care. I'll still approach her and talk to her. I'll still collect her number. Like, it doesn't really meet my ability or my willingness to do something. Oh my God, like someone just told me, it's wrong. So yeah, I'm actually not going to teach you guys because it's for your own good. I feel like we can learn it and use it against them. So I'll think about it. Also, if I teach you guys, it might make me famous. I'm famous gonna bring me money. Love of money is the root of all evil. Poverty is the root of all evil. Because if I wasn't broke, I would not be on this flight. I swear to God. Okay, so I will not be on this flight. So God will make me someone called like, you're right. But I know for a fact, within my own conviction, that I will not be on this flight. That is why I don't think it's accurate. Sometimes I feel like it's a form of mental problem. I genuinely think it's also a form of mental problem. But the only reason why sometimes I feel like it's accurate is because there are scenarios where I see people, like, it's like there's like a flow of it around the flow, like it's like a circulation. But then again, the other day I was with my mom and I was trying to explain to her. Then one man was coming. I was in the car, I was like, okay, I'm going to scratch my head now, and I'm going to scratch his head. And then I did it, and the guy did it, and she was like, huh. But then I was like, it's a coincidence, because I tried it for the next couple of people before getting on. None of them did it. So just a coincidence. But this is why I scratch my head too. Wow. And this is because they were watching me. So the true story there was, I thought of it in my mind. I told my mom, then I thought of it in my mind, I'm going to scratch my head now, and that guy's going to scratch his head. Now what I don't like is, when I'm saying this story, I wasn't lying, because I was driving and I thought it in my head, oh, I'm going to scratch my head and he's going to scratch his head. But then in the story I said, oh, then I said I was going to scratch my head, but I told my mom I was going to scratch my head and he was going to scratch his head, and then for some reason that's automatically turned to, he's not a liar. Like, it's not that deep, it's just a man saying story. Okay, I feel like if I talk slowly I can be accurate, but bro, I get bored of the story. So, and I'm doing this for me, I'm not doing this for anybody. No, I'm doing it for my potential audience, or primarily for me, because this is my own story. So I said I will not really going to talk about it. So why is a weirdo infiltrating my mind and my thoughts and hacking my brain to know what's going on? And that's why I think these people are demonic and they're evil. But I've been praying about it for it to like stop, but it doesn't stop. And now I'm starting to think, does God even exist? See, I just moved and then, so it does, he's existing. So it just doesn't give a fuck about me. But I was going to say they brought Christianity. I think that was wrong. Because I was talking to some guy, and this is why I'm talking to a lot of people, and he told me that they didn't bring Christianity. said I was gonna read about it, but I've been busy. I've been lazy, whichever. But the thing is, I feel like if I never went to the UK and I was making content, I would have blown by now, or at least I would like the content I'm making because I will know what to make and I will know a path and I'll keep experimenting and evolving. But right now it's like I'm bouncing around. Like, what the fuck am I? What's going on with my brain? Am I normal? Am I crazy? Oh, demons. Oh, angels. Oh, but like, I feel like it's giving my story some kind of flavor, but I don't know if I like it or not because there's no way to compare. So I wish like I'll be like, I'm not a time machine, an alternate universe kind of device whereby I can see myself existing in an alternate universe where I never traveled to the UK or where I never smoked weed. So it's either smoking weed or traveling to the UK or both. So series of alternate universes. The one where I traveled to the UK, I never smoked weed. The one where I never traveled to the UK. The one where I traveled to the UK and I never went to Manchester. The one where I was a woman. And all the hot multiple other ones. Someone is entering my head right now. I literally just saw it fly. But one thing I know for sure is it's not me doing it now is not, I want to say it's not conscious, but that doesn't give the full explanation of what I was trying to say. Oh, thank God I said fool, because then the fool actually stopped to somebody as a fool. But see, I'm now starting to become someone that wants to say that yeah, she's a fool. Like I'm starting to lose myself. When I was at the airport and I was feeling like Israel, as soon as I got to the lobby, that was not the lobby. Oh my God, the economy sucks. But sometimes I go to the zone B, it was down here. And also this lady was like, oh, thank God, nice chat around. But now, that's why I say soak boss. But like, it's not insanity that I'm going back there. It is. What was it making money? You could have waited. You might have time. Why am I running? Why am I rushing? Because I have a family to take care of. I need to start my family. But then I remember when Jacob said, to die a young legend or live a long life unfulfilled. And that's why fulfillment is me just chatting my shit. And although I might say I wouldn't talk about it, sometimes I'll talk about it because I don't know how to ignore things. Plus it's been done to me. Like my brain has been hacked. Also I realized that always flowing all the time is not good. It's just mind control. So remember I once told you guys keep flowing constantly, don't flow constantly. Use critical thinking. Critical thinking is good. That's why you're an educated human being, and that's why your parents send you to school. But again, I also feel like they've done it to them too, so that's why sometimes I feel sad for them. On a regular day, I'll have used that as confirmation. But I've coffee twice. One of them hacking our brain. And I'm saying yeah, it's because they've hacked our brain to do it. It's not crazy, but it's not true that is, that's crazy also. It's crazy that I figured this out. I'm actually impressed with myself. Like, he's the big dog, but like, it's pointless. Oh, should I show you the one? Should I show you the one doing it? No. Why? Because I will never be good again and I'll never use bad language to this role. Why? Because I don't feel like. And why? Now I feel bad because the old Israel that would be in that alternate universe would either, because I'm trying to lose memories of myself, which is why I'm scared, but that also comes to age. So it's twofold. But the old Israel would not even like want to just discuss words on a human being, especially a girl or a lady. Ladies are girls. Move on. Move on. Move on. But now this is where critical thinking and trying to be a better person comes in. So although I know that they've hacked my brain, I'm going to use my own critical thinking. This is like some Marvel movie. So I'm going to use my own critical thinking and I don't know, not analytical thinking, also analytical thinking. I need to analyze things before doing things. So my music keeps saying keep flow. I know my music is saying keep flow because I'm in the proximity of them. They're not hack music. But I feel like it's their thoughts or their emotions that enters it. That's why sometimes I feel like, I know it pays me to say this, it's a form of superiority. But then again, when I was in Nigeria, it actually happens in some scenario. Mostly with a girl. Even with guys too. Or at home. So I think it's a human thing. So it's not superiority, it's about knowing how to use it. Finally. Am I scratching my head when I just figure it out myself? She really wants me to show you guys how. But you see, don't use crosswords. This is where it's tricky. Not tricky, it's even tricky. This is where it's going to be bad, or this is where critical and analytical thinking comes in. Because imagine I take my camera and I show you guys somebody that might be responsible for something, and from previous experience, get locked up in prison. No. So okay, so me trying to remove something like this white stuff on my face with vein dots, I'm trying to remove it. What the fuck am I trying to remove when I'm not lying? I mean, they do have the CCTV cameras that they say they don't. So fucking check it. And tell me when you saw me chasing someone with a knife. That is what I'm meant to say. Oh, I need to give me a job. That's why I'm going back to slavery, guys. I'm going back to being an ass licker. But I have this to compensate for it. To die a young legend or live a long life unfulfilled. At the end of the day, although Martin Luther King died a young legend, I think Coretta and his entire family would wish he had lived a long life unfulfilled. And when you read the Bible to an extent, or you know the story of Solomon, you realize that it's all vanity. But then again, what about my offspring? Because you can't save yourself. So it's like conundrum. By the end of the day, I'll figure it out. Back then, see, before Israel travel, this is why I always tell my guys, and this is why nobody believes me when I tell them like, oh, you're broke or I'm having issues, because it's Israel. He figures it out. So this is what I'm meant to say. Oh, I'll be fine. I'll figure it out. But for the past 3 years now, I haven't figured shit out. Or maybe I have in a long game. But the thing is, if I was, I'll never doubt myself. I'll stay doubt myself, which is bad. But not stay doubt myself. I've started trying to not risk. Israel, wake up! You're the god in this shit. Like, so the normal Israel will just like be like a loose cannon with its risk factor. But now I'm trying to minimize my risk and be more analytical with it. But yeah, even the old Israel is more analytical. He's actually very, very analytical. He's even more analytical than this one. This one is being mind controlled. But Naoto was also a psychopath because with the fox wake up and then he says he wants to relocate. Me. And also prior preparation. And I'm not talking about now. So that's why I feel like this time it's a test from the creator. I don't want to say creators, it's creator. Because I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. So I'm trying to seduce him. So I feel like this is a test from the creator, and with the test from the creator, then he probably wants me to play a long game with him. So but then I've used up all my buffers, and this is why I say critical thinking. Former Israel, risk it. For critical thinking, I've used up all my buffers. And as I'm going back to sleep. Anyways, guys, I have a software company called Mr. Academy, and yes, everything's marketing now because you should relax. They have quality test though. I'm not drinking because you guys, I realize when I drink it, I'm not even as hyperactive as I am when I'm not drinking. Like, stop one. It numbs something. It numbs the pain of an accomplishment. So I feel like the drink is meant to make me hyperactive, but I know that it's going to make me less hyperactive. And I think for most people it increases their flow, but for me it disrupts my flow. It only makes me start reflecting on my life, but then it reduces my pain of unaccomplishments. But now, in the world of I need all my wits. I need all my wits. So let's prepare for some food, innit? See you guys later. Guys, also why you should not learn it is because, let's see, I hate that I've learned it. So I'm here drinking, then there's a lady in front of me. Because I drank, she thought I was giving it to somebody, probably her or some other girl. But then it's a black person. If you drink or you don't drink, you don't care. You don't think you're giving to anybody. And if she drinks back, you don't see it as I like you or not like you. And she does not drink back, you don't care. You're a hunter. And it also makes you less envious. Because let's say my wife was not a black lady, or a black lady that does not do it. Then got you. Alright, so how was I? Okay. See, flowing is good because it kind of gets you high and it gets you interconnected with people around you. But I think critical thinking and flowing at the same time makes you like a superior creature. Because now I feel like I'm superior to the voices in my head and the body language people around me trying to just make me flow. Because if I just kept flowing, I'd have not I'd have washed, and that's just low level thinking. I'm good. Let me say that slow. Yeah. But one of them said don't listen. That's crazy, bro. Alright, so it makes you envious because let's say also the girl, she knows the whole drinking crap, and then I drank, and then said look at the girl, she probably think, oh, I'm giving it to her, and then she probably become a bit envious because trust me, that is how you feel. I went out with a girl on February 15th, and it was my misfit guy that invited me. Then we went for the karaoke thing, and we're chilling. Then I realized that our flow dropped towards me, or attraction, because but the thing is, the only reason why I'm like this now is because I learned this stupid thing, or I've now consciously done it. The normal usual will not give a fuck, and if I feel like oh, she's not like willing around me, bro, I'll just apply more pressure on her too, and make her totally not even feel like that guy exists. But now I was trying to now like calculate it around, but like I felt like a loser. I was like, bro. But then as soon as I realized, I was like, no, that's loser vibes. Like, so that was intense. So yeah, that was loser vibes, and just stop straight up. But then I don't messed it up because I went in the car and I don't have stuff, and this was me just being toxic though. So but I don't know if that was like a cool toxic or the lame toxic. Because it can be cool toxic and lame toxic. Lame toxic is if you're trying to be toxic. Cool toxic is just you balancing our emotions without trying. It's just natural. Because then I'm going something for my hair to drunk, so I don't give a fuck, to be honest. But that's one thing I want to start doing. I don't want to understand it anymore. Because although when I understand it, I can talk to them. It's impeding my own ability to be a happy person. Literally, I just want to be happy, bro. So yeah. So now my butt cheek is also I don't like lying. But I still find it fascinating because then I feel like some alien type shit. Oh, so like okay, that's cool. But I feel like if I understand or if I can equate it to my superiority thinking, not superiority, my critical and analytical thinking, I was not even equate it. If I can dominate it with critical and analytical thinking, then flow is just like mental slavery. And I think the people that only flow are the Africans that live in abroad, not Western Africans, but people don't flow in Nigeria. People are free thinkers, people are free. The only difference is we have low IQ. Or not low IQ, it's more like we have low access to education, not just education, access to like knowledge, not just education. No access to knowledge. So it's the knowledge, because you can get knowledge without education. Because when I make my interview videos, I talk to like people that don't go to school, and they say very critical things more than students in UI. Although each factor, experience, or regardless, some non-educated ones still like sound reasonable. So I feel like there is more than one way to get knowledge. I think I would like, because I'm an educator, plus I experiment a lot. Formal education is good for you. It makes your brain better. So if you had good formal education in Nigeria and we're not flowing, and then honestly we also had like the hunger to dominate the world. Oh my days. Oh my days. We will rule the world. Literally, bro. Because also, but the one thing I also realize is that flow is also a way of keeping people in check and understanding them and enslaving them. So flow is just a form of slavery. And why I don't like beef them also is because I realize that they teach themselves that flow thing, so they're also like enslaving themselves with it. Like, and I'll never lie, I will never forget about this thing. Like, I was at Nottingham that day and this woman was giving a testimony. And they literally used it on her. She's also a, what's the right word to say? A foreign person. It's crazy. Anyways, this is one way to be tempted to drink alcohol. I'm flattered because it's like, why are you putting so much effort? Or maybe it's just an economy thing. Oh, when I took Qatar the first time, it was business, and they did give me alcohol. But it wasn't that cut. That was very Then they gave me a glass of champagne. But I didn't really give a fuck about alcohol then, so drinking or not drinking. But I had no pain to deal with, or I had no pain to numb. So I guess the alcohol might not be a main thing. It's just stuck to me because I saw the alcohol and I have my shenanigans and emotional tantrums. So that's crazy. Anyways, guys, moral lesson is, I would love to teach you guys the flow. With great power comes great responsibility. Because I genuinely don't think we need it unless we are teaching like some people that want to infiltrate them, they can use it on them. But amongst ourselves, teaching ourselves is bad because it's gonna just help us control ourselves, which is bad, especially for a free nation. No, it's bad. And it's going to make you sad and miserable. I think that's why Premier League are always very sad and miserable. I think I never trust themselves, especially when they're in relationships. Because, what do you mean? I drink, I think I like somebody. Nigga, no, bro, I'm a black man. If I like somebody, I walk up to you and tell you I like you. I don't do no psychic shit. But this is like me validating it with flow. But the thing is, flow is also like something that is like a flow. Does that make any sense? Because I'm not gonna lie and like it doesn't exist. I think it does. Because I've been testing it. It's like, and the lady in front of me is really trying to, like, it exists here, but it's like, I feel like the lady beside me also kind of hear what I'm saying. It's just crazy. I'm not doing that anymore. Oh, at the airport though, the lady and the dude tell me why people are telling them what to do. Well, I can't be bothered anymore because I can't be bothered because the lady said she might get into trouble. I said slavery. I'm not a savior. You see, I'm never going to be Jesus because I love my parents, I love my family, so I'm not dying for no fucking body. Who's the F word? Like I said, I'm Israel. I'm a free thinker. If I want to use the F word, see tomorrow I can make the same video and still insult every fucking way around me. I don't give a fuck, bro. But right now, I'm trying to test out something, but that's on her. So yeah, because I felt it come out from her. That sense me can also hear it. I genuinely don't care because in as much as you're like a coward and cannot hold on to it, then keep being a coward. Plus, last night my dad came to give me a pep talk. So, like I said, my family matters more than every planet and more than every individual. So, fuck slavery. If we're all gonna be slaves till we die, shout out to Egypt. White man who is also, we are just slaves. But that's the vibe right now. Maybe not actually, because that's what I'm going back. No, that's not what I'm supposed to get back. What I'm supposed to get back is because of marketing and it's a network, so I can grow my company. And also to make videos and tell you guys and empower you guys as the person that doesn't want to be a martyr. Because I'm not fucking Martin Luther King. I don't want to die. So I'm just gonna make videos and be like, oh, Nigerians, don't throw things on the floor, or Nigerians, don't overtake, like things like that, to just like educate you guys. But these like Black Power movements that can get you shot. I'm just with that bullshit. I'm gonna say it again. Today along the legend, I'll live a life unfulfilled. I'll live a long fulfilled legendary life. How about that? But I love my brain. I need to fight. Why? Because yeah, it's making me feel uncomfortable. But I don't want to overdo it because my father has given me pep talk. Remember the son of your heart is real. Alright guys, so quick one. So I asked the Asian lady. I'm not being racist by saying Asian, just description, adjectives of place. Is there a noun? I don't know. So I asked if I was entitled to a review because I just don't want to say, can I get a review? Why? Because I'm a black man, bro. If I say, can I get a review? It's like hungry from Africa. or maybe it's just my own inferiority complex as a black person. Because when I was a UI, I was making interview videos and I realized that the youngster students are naturally inferior, but they naturally feel inferior to UI students. Even when the UI students do not feel superior to them. But I think it's because they walk around with inferiority. Then it just speaks before they talk. Does that make sense? So I didn't want to feel that way, but also wanted to clarify it. So that's why I said, am I entitled to a review? He said that's just polite, isn't it? Then she didn't hear what I was saying, so I was like, say it a couple of times. So I felt like she has an accent, but I was like, so just talk however you want to talk. Like, why are you trying so hard to like pass across some information? Then I realized that, oh, and this is my own realization now. I'm feeling like, oh, and that's why I miss Israel before traveling abroad, because the Israel that never traveled abroad was in the fantasy land. So watching anime was just me like, oh, Asians are just and it's just like, but now it's like, oh, reality. Not everybody's like that. Trust me. Got experiences, kind of. Oh, I'm Chuck Bass. Like, okay, maybe we should use Chuck Bass as an example because that's a very pompous person. Being pompous is not the same as racism. Trust me. Like, being pompous is like aura. That's just aura. Racism is just pure hatred for your appearance, so it's different. But anyways, that was fantastic. Then my environment are like hindering my brain. But basically, why I wanted to make this video was to tell you guys that when you flow, people can't know what you're about to do next, because after she came through and I asked her my entitled to review and she said yes, but it's when she comes with a drink. Then at first it felt like she was not cool with it, then later she was cool with it and then she smiled, and then I just heard her say her crazy shit. Then at first she looked like she wasn't happy or comfortable, but I think after I took the cup and I put it back in the tray for her, she was cool people. I felt like what I now needed to do to like solidify the coolness was like cough, like I didn't cough. I was going to say, am I making any sense? But I did not make any sense. So it's like, how do I explain to you guys? I don't know, man. I'm trying my best. But yeah, that's it. This is where if I flow to explain it and understand better, because last night I met this girl in UI. Bro, she's so intelligent. Initially I was toasting so intelligent, I had to interview her. And then she told me about how, forgetting the word she used. So God is orthophily. Oh wow, thank you. But this is flow. Like the flow can work whereby, and this is not calm because I'm about to scratch my knee, and scratching my knee is me thanking her because as soon as she flipped our page of our book, I picked up her flow, which came to me as autophily. But now is it autophily? But I think it was autophily or something. Now I'm doubting it. Analytical thinking. But flow is just a cheat code. Cheat code. Or people can use it to control it. Trust me. But yeah, I think it was autophily. And how God is an autophily of Michael. And when God was trying to fight Lucifer, he came as Michael. Then I told her, well, that was when I was now flowing. But I think that was wrong. Because I asked her if that was if God was an autophily of Lucifer. And she was like, no, then how can it be an autophily of Michael if it's not an autophily of Lucifer? Like, say what? But in my flow told me that, and this is not just my flow, this is more flow. We started with the flow, and then critical and analytical thinking solidified it, and it made it make more sense. I am so fucking intelligent. Also, what am I explaining? I'm over-explaining myself to because she was negative flow as reduced. I'm just tripping. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, so it's hard. But I still need analytical and critical thinking for confirmation. Why? Because I will not be a puppet. So I feel like the two black people next to me too are also like flowing too. Yeah. But theirs is very timid. But mine is also kind of, it's not that timid. The only difference is I'm using mine to make content. Me not being timid is putting my phone camera in front of their face. Or my father gave me a pep talk last night too. Plus, I didn't make up my mind that stop lying. Alright, say hello to Captain Selfish because I gotta get paid. Okay, so I've made a couple of videos, and as much as I'm Captain Selfish, this is cringe. Now, it doesn't matter actually. It actually doesn't matter because the long run, how is it going to get me paid? That's the question. How? Talk about mass communicated flow. Damn. They put an old lady next to me, so I'll feel like I'm next to my mother, and I love talking to my mother. So I'm just gonna keep talking. No, nigga. It's a coincidence. That's how to override the flow though. Stop overthinking things. Or else you never enjoy life. I'll be honest, I think being a wise person is like one of the worst things that can happen to you. Imagine always understanding the flow, bro. It seems so exhausting. Like the lady raising her head up now, and then if I was a wise person, I'd be like, oh, she looked away from me, and I'm like, no. Damn, that sucks. That sucks. But yeah. So I told you, if you know the flow, you can use it to predict your person's action. The lady, a black lady passed, and I felt like she intentionally rubbed her body on me. I'm not sure when I moved. But then with the Asian lady, yeah, back to that story. So when she was passing, I felt like her body rubbed off on me. So the chicken was extra stretched out. That was a test. Anyways, so the black lady went. Then I remembered. Oh, not remembered. I was like, oh, I clear my nose so I can talk properly. Because I can't even breathe. But I'm so used to it. I feel not comfortable. So I stood up and was going to the toilet. But then someone said in my head I should put this up. I don't feel like talking about it anymore because target audience, niche, no visual, you're overtaking it, marketing, relax. So what's the purpose of this particular video? I called the lady that helped me today at airport. I can't remember her name anymore. Sandra. I called her. She's my Wonder Woman because she was helping me, and I just saw a glimpse of Wonder Woman. It's just like it's not the flow that is telling the kids to watch Teen Titans. It's the universe. But then again, I've realized that there's a flow connection pattern where things attach. So it's a flow, but it's a attaching flow whereby things you're thinking of or things you've experienced get attached to. And that's why I think as a black person, just as a black man, you're fucked in life. Especially when you go to countries where they operate with flow. Just know you're fucked because your flow will pick up on bad things and they always think you're evil. So you're fucked. Straight up. So yeah, I stood up and I went to the restroom, but the restroom was locked. Then I was like, oh yeah, it's probably a simulation. Then I realized that okay, so I was like, oh, let me come and show you guys, let me come and tell you guys. But then someone's flow was trying to hurry me or rush me. Then this is what I meant to like pick all the flow around me. And then as soon as I said this is what I'm going to pick up the flow around me, I saw flash start eating very fast. So like this is where the flow can also patterns. And this is not the artificially orchestrated flow. Give me a second. Alright, welcome back. Okay, so basically you can use the flow to control people because in a crazy scenario I would have asked the black woman this is why people tell you to go to the restroom, because when I stood up and I went to the restroom was locked and it felt like, oh okay, that was probably a control. Then back to patterns forming, because this is how foreigners think, this is how they flow. I think, no, so don't lie, come on, I learned it in school, like guys, my students taught me this in school, like I think that's why I like teaching, like there, because the kids are like cool and they teach me things. So not interested. Forget it. So then the next one was there was a flow with Wonder Woman. Then there was Flash where I needed to like talk quick. But like I said, it only sticks when it's also what you think in your head. You know what I mean? So it's not a certainty, it's more like a trigger to your current, not understanding, your current mood or your current actions. Yeah. That's what I think it's a form of cuckoo. Well then, it's personal to you, I think, because I'm still experimenting. But when I was at school that day, I don't think it is, because when we read the presentation of the book, all my students laughed, and then that's when I was like, well, okay, that's weird. And then one was like, yes, it's other stuff when you cannot read. Dyslexia. But then I couldn't really pick up on some other things that they were trying to tell me. So like dyslexia. I'm like, yes, sir. Don't force him. So like, what? And to be honest, I thought he was lying about the dyslexia, or they were lying about the dyslexia, because he read like 2 lines and they weren't so bad for a child his age. So what does that have to do with the flow? Yeah, it has to do with the flow because I felt like, oh my god, when I was in the intro, I heard the voices say use it, like with her now, like I'm moving her leg and that I'm using that to keep back on track of what I was saying. So it's like the voices I hear, or it can't be the voice, it can't be their voices, because I also hear some voices that like they would never tell me to wake up in the morning and pray, or wake up in the middle of the night and pray, or tell me a Bible verse. So it's like the weed allows them to hack your brain, I think. But then it's like I'm like and I read it in the Bible the other day when I was in my flow that I'm in Levi. So I feel like I've flowed to like the heavens. Because also when I get to church and I'm praying, I always hear stop. It's crazy. But I'm also saying this, and not because she said I should say it, or because I want to say it. Yeah, it's because I want to say it, and it's also because I want to tell you guys and teach you guys. So there was a lady, the waiter. No, that's rude. The hair hostess. No, that's even horror is becoming negative. Yeah. But then it's like, at what point do I take accountability for my own thoughts and move and grow as a human being rather than blaming it on the people around me and saying it's that person's fault? Am I making sense? Probably not if you're watching this. But to the people in the plane, specific people in the plane, I probably am. Oh, I guess she's not stuck in her ways. Oh, she is stuck in her ways. No, I'm not explaining it. It's not worth it. I'm also not using this as a validation. I think the flow is just as a validation to it, because there was a simultaneous thank you and a drink into it. But that's how you talk here, based on the patterns and flow of things. Anyway, so the lady was here emphasizing on chicken. Or, I don't know, man. As long as I eat the chicken, I wouldn't say I was lost in the chicken, because they were programming black people to like chicken for some reason. But I know I like chicken because my most chicken is, and I'm not over emphasizing on it. But why not? I'm trying to make content. So someone said we love, so it is her trying to. But it was nice to her. So why is she angry? Because I also realized that people's flow is not a conscious thing that they do, especially the voices that comes out from their head or mind. It's subconscious based on you being nice to them or not being nice to them. Because I was not constantly making eye contact, like I'm busy there. But I think they're just used to black men being lost after them, or finding them like very exotic. And I said that's sad, but to be honest, now let's be honest. I was talking to a girl the other day, and like few of the initial conversations we were about to have, I picked her up in the estate and I was saying something, and she was already like giving me the response like, oh, I used to this kind of pattern of conversation. So like, yeah, I was like, oh. So then I like just started asking her like extremely random and stupid questions, when she likes those random and stupid questions. So I feel like most of them I find it as lost, but it's just testosterone. Maybe that's just for me. Maybe that's for every man. I wouldn't know, because I've not experimented to that level. So don't let me tell you guys lies, especially from my own understanding, so I can actually understand it. Now Robin looks sad. But this white dude here is telling me I'm lying, and I'm going to eat to that. So eating to that means so I think in the UK eating to that means like I'm eating here, J, meaning I'm lying. No, if I drunk then that is yes. But eating to it means no. Or maybe yes. Well, this is where analytical and critical thinking comes in, because I genuinely have not experimented to that level, so I wouldn't know why the next man looks at a girl's buzz number behind. For me, it's because I find it attractive. Like okay, she's sexy. Doesn't mean I want to fuck you right now, but doesn't mean I don't find it attractive. Doesn't mean I'm trying to like rape you. Why the fuck am I saying rape? Doesn't it's wrong. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't mean I want to rape you. It just means I find it attractive. Like I see it, I like it, I look at it, and I move on. Sometimes I don't. I want to say most times I don't. Or recently, because I go to church, I kind of have been. And I have been, so the white man saying I'm lying, it's me hitting saying I'm lying, but I'm not lying, because you genuinely don't know what the next man is thinking. I'm not psychic, because I think British people are psychic. I think if I used to think my phone is higher than theirs, well, there's a part. Oh, wait. I'm trying to use it like this. Wait, because when I was in North Watford, I was going around telling people that they are psychic. This is my moment to eat my chicken so that show that I'm honest. And this is why I realized that it's not even a flow thing or a conscious programming thing. Humans are just like that. But at the airport, when the lady and when the guy told me that yes, white people were telling them what they were doing, I was kind of disappointed. I thought they were expecting to start protesting, but I was disappointed because when I was in Nigeria, I felt that was when I actually felt like the flow is real, because I was actually seeing it happen around me. It's like damn. I don't know. Then I realized that it's mental slavery that might have made me associate it with white people in the first place. But then again, I haven't gotten it. That's pure truth and fact world. Just hear, or like when I'm in Nigeria, when I hear the voices, although they reduce at some point, it comes like, but right now it's coming from her. So this white woman behind her, she's not using it. So thank you though, I respect it. It's nice to sort of other people's privacy. It's saucy. Fuck. This is what we want to do. Perfect. Although, yeah, I want to be honest, I don't hate them. Matter of fact, I find it fascinating. But if I was them, I'll probably do the same thing. Dominate the world. I probably won't kill 50 million people while doing it. But never say never. But I definitely wouldn't, bro. Damn. 50 million. Nah. That's actually crazy. But then again, I just say every human race has done it, but no, actually, no. Some white people, and even Chinese people are kind of white. From Genghis Khan to the Roman Empire, all of them. Maybe my history just spoke. I've never heard of any African race standing up trying to dominate the world. But then they do this mind slavery thingy whereby they try to make black people appear as criminals and evil people, whereas, bro, we haven't done 0.001% raised to power infinity of what they've done. Literally. This is what I'm meant to be hungry about. I have so much. What's that word? Latent joy and happiness that is still in me. Because if I used to think it was Travis Scott, and they made me start thinking it was Travis Scott. But even when I was in the UK, I knew it wasn't Travis Scott because, bro, Olchi and I, that was one of my exes, we used to listen to Travis Scott a lot. I always thought she like mad. So I never had any resentment. I mean, Travis Scott makes it like hyper. Travis Scott is dopamine, and it's his music, it's the frequency. But in the UK, they makes you to try to. I feel that's also feel like people they float so much that they've lost a part of that humanity that is like human. If that makes any sense. So like they float so much that now like robots. That's why marrying them is going to be insane. Like not to marry a white person, you have to be a fucking lunatic. But then most Africans are not critical thinkers and they don't even know these things. So I feel like that's why they would just rather marry an African man that is like Africa than marry a westernized African man, because if you're a westernized African man, you have to be crazy. There's a part I wanted to say, but take this difficult. I've been ranting since, guys, and you might never hear what I'm saying. So what am I making this content for? That with the white summer in front of me and the white summer at my back. So when I get back to England and London, they'll be like, oh, he's quite intelligent. Let's give him a stitching job. Let's not send him to a warehouse, because if they do, I'm fucked. But I also have to do it. I'm fucked, my God. So what may be concerned, and I'm being honest. So what may be concerned, please, I submit to your supremacy. I am nothing but a slave, and I accept it. My saving grace is going to be my business. Right now, I accepted my slavery. And then the black man said, at some point I said something that was very smart, and he said error. So I think he's very intellectually inclined to even his wife was laughing. That's really funny. So I'm just gonna swallow the rest. And then I said Batman. Oh my God, Superman is such a simp. See, this is not like on a higher hierarchy of things. What I'm saying right now is like flowing some conscience, getting external validation from environmental cues. Oh, those people are just full of bullshit. I know I'm not announcing this now. Yo, you're a foreign person, yeah. You're a foreign black person. The quickest way to not be trapped by the flow is not always doing what your body tells you to do, which I'm going to misstart, because in Nigeria I feel like scratching my head, scratching my body anywhere, or I do it anytime. But here I already know that everything means something, and not just to white people, to everybody. So now I have to like be very careful of when I do or whatever. And it's crazy that the apple simultaneously comes now. Or paranoia. That's why I hate living out world, because I'm always constantly paranoid and I'm always constantly thinking. Yeah, the hater just said yeah. I'm always like, am I done to writing? Like, especially when I'm at work, it's like I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to lose my job. Like, so most times if I get up to my job, like she's right. I should be scratching my head since. Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna be an escape for you though. Why? Something happened. Clear. So the girl next to me drank, and as soon as she drank, I felt like, for some reason, I felt like I was on some bullshit. But you know I'm on some bullshit. So you need to know who you are, because if you don't know who you are, you're going to be lost. So now I was on some bullshit. I rather than to shut her up, I didn't. Why? So look here, I will have been shutting up. As a black person, if I do that or I don't do that, no one gives a fuck. But to them, it means something. So moral lesson is doing it all the time, but not doing it all the time actually, because then they use it to control you and every single course of your action. But if you're trying to get a 9 to 5 and you're trying to work for them, you want to still work with them, but unless I say like an angel investor that will give more than give fucking hell. So you're trying to work for them. So I'm not waiting for that, and I don't think that will ever happen. That's why I'm going back to slavery. Why did you try to the skin? What is in front of me? You're not involved in remember what's your father told. See, this is environmental cues, which is we should pick it up. Yeah, don't use coarse words. Because I'm a pussy. And because I'm not like that, sometimes I can be like that. So just stop telling lies. Actually can be like that sometimes. So some bitches. But I did a job. So bro, listen, if it comes to me again, I'll let you guys know. I want you to be right. I'll be fine. I will cut this picture. Right. Yo, I just remembered now. Okay, so if I had cleaned my joint to my emissions now, but I've realized that if I'd done that, I'd have been a bit angrier than I was, because now I'm starting to get hungry. I'm anchoring myself with what my dad told me. Oh, it's not even like my consciousness being angry. It's literally my subconscious that is being made angry with the flow. Is that not crazy? So one of the ways to like reduce it is to not always flow, especially as a black person, because if you're always flowing, dude, and you lack self-control, you might kill somebody. So yeah, or you might start doing like crazy shit, become very aggressive. Maybe go to the gym a lot. When I realized going to the gym a lot also kind of helps. That's why the truth is, develop your fucking country, guys, because living there is fucked up. It's the worst thing that can happen to you in this life. Trust me, it is literally the worst. And although I say shit like, oh, I'm not gonna, I don't want to be a martyr, I don't want to like spread the news, I don't want to be a preacher. I'm just thinking of my own kids. Like, my kids have to grow up in the same situation, traveling abroad, and they're having to deal with this kind of shit, bro. I just feel so sad for them. But I still don't want to die, because my parents living right now love me. And I also need to be alive to have kids, so I'm just gonna talk to you guys in a cool way, which is develop your country, guys. You need to. Please. Also, I just wanted no more chicken, bro. I don't want all this. I don't even like it. Fucking hell, bro. Alright, so might be wrong. This is, I remember the DLC UI students projection insecurity, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna assume that it's just my own insecurity, but for some reason I like, to be honest, myself especially, bro. It's fun. So I was in the fucking knife and not damn, but I felt like I don't know. Yeah, how was she able to hear what I was saying? It's my headphone on, that's crazy. But for some reason I realized at some point in the UK I was having more affinity to Asians, Chinese, Hong Kongs, or Hong Kongians, I don't know, because they had more positive aura and shit around them. Compared to like white people. White people are like so much bad negative aura and so much hatred, because she was exhuming it when I was eating, and then for some reason it was like the Asian lady became an ally. Crazy. tired of talking about this now. I'm tired, exhausted. I'm burnt out. But even at some point, I think she came to shut her hole. I think. Did she? I think. I'm not sure. And I'm not using environmental cues for that. I want to use critical or analytical thinking. But I need to eat. This is just bad. It's okay. Yeah, I was going to actually start. I want to be honest. I was going to start with black person using fork and knives. It was always like a big deal. Oh, that's a big deal. But like, it's a fork and knife, bro. Like, growing up, we use fork and knife. Or maybe even when I was living in, I made a video of growing up in the trenches. Even when I was living there in the trenches, my mom used to teach us how to use fork and knife. Literally, so it's like it's fork and knife. So that deep. But we feel like maybe it is for them because they don't see it often, and it's like how. So I just looked around now and I'm apparently the person using a fucking knife. But like, even that's like, it's not like fucking knife, okay, wow, it's not that much of a big deal. It's just the classism because a human being is a fucking knife. That's crazy. That's wild. Fucking knife. Yes, really. Like, think about it, it's real. If I grew up in the churches, this is why I say formal education, because I remember it was my mom that taught us how to use fork and knife. But she works as a teacher, and then she makes reference to when she works and she learns something at the school. Then she comes home and then she teaches us. My God, see, school is not a scam. Trust me, school is not a scam. Alright, I choose the bag because I choose the bag. Or maybe I'm just crazy, man. The lady to my left was eating something, then after it was on the floor. I choose the bag. Then there was this Asian girl. I feel like there was a vibe. Then I saw the food and the nylon. I saw the nylon first, so I was gonna help her pick the nylon. Then shit. Something led me to like try to peep on her again. And crazy. Then I saw the food. I was like, oh, I definitely need to help her out because with the nylon, I was thinking, do I need to? So I saw her then I was like, okay, I'm gonna help her. And I was trying to move my date slowly for some reason. I don't know, I was feeling some weird vibes around it, but I'm Israel, bro. I like women. Like, pretty girls make me literally high. Literally. I like that one. So this is one minute like talks like it's a more Nigerian guy, but my father's picture. Now, but chase the bag. But wait, let me finish. So I was like, I'm definitely not. I'm not even trying to be toxic or anything. I was like, I don't want her to soil her hand. She probably does that, but it doesn't matter because I'm there, and why should she do it when I'm there? And then I can help her out. And I felt like maybe I shouldn't. Or I just really like her, or I really find her attractive. So I said, fuck my ego, stood up, picked it up. Then I was gonna go drop it. Then I saw her. But then, as I picked it up for her, I don't want to like put it in her face, like that's not cute. Okay, I picked it up, and she doesn't even need to know that I picked it up for her because good things don't have to be like, oh, I'm doing it for you. Also, I'm a bit more emotional right now because I don't want to make this video. I heard someone just say come. The reason why I'm making this video is because I chased the bag and because the little kid gave me the flow. But I felt a bit of weirdness with the kid because I think someone passed in front of him, then he passed, and it's not an insult to him because I admire kids, I like kids, not the pedo type. See, and I'm back in okay, in Nigeria I used to say pedo over here. But when he passed, I felt a stench come out from him. And that means like not a good aura. But then again, sometimes I see sensible things and the stench comes out from him, so I'm like, fuck that. But that's why I'm like so confused. Like, how does stench comes out from the body of people, bro? So I picked up my phone. Before then, there was one man walking slow. Like, is he trying to tell me to pick it up, or is he trying to tell me to go slower? I don't know. But anyways, because she passed now. So anyway, he passed. Then I went to try and dispose of it. Okay, she was talking about her. Anyways, I went to try and dispose of it, and I saw this dude. Also, I met her. I don't want to like put it in her face because that's not nice. I feel like I'm talking to her in my brain right now. So I don't want to put it in her face, so I just politely like swerved. But I didn't know where to put it in the trolley device looking thingy. So I was trying to check it out, but I didn't know what to do. Then I went forward, and I'm not gonna talk about another girl, but I'm talking about a girl because that is true. It's not nice. You might be thinking it's mind games, but one thing about girls is when you start playing games with them, they start playing games with you. Alright, you pick one and you love one genuinely without like maltreating her or being gamey. She would also do the same. Speaking of my experience, might be different for you. So I'm not going to talk about it like in this video because I do find her attractive and I might turn her, and if I'm right and she can hear the things in my head or she can hear what I'm saying right now, then I definitely am not talking about any other lady. I'm just talking about the white lady, and I'll say it because she did it like, I don't know how to explain it. I know how to explain it. She did the flow interruption. I want to make it just about her. So, or maybe she's just an actor too, part of the crew. This is why I would rather just date a Nigerian girl, because then I don't have to be like overthinking things or paranoid or calculating. I can just be a free man and be happy. And to be honest, I can just pick this up. After I pick it up, I'll probably just hold it. Probably put it up. To be honest, if I put it in my pocket, I'll be like, what's up, how are you? Like, oh, I might just pick the food for you. So that means I won't even overthink that, oh, am I hiding the food I dropped on the floor for a while? Yeah. With this, I'm already overthinking it. I'm not even really lying to myself. I don't even know anymore if I am or I'm not. I don't know. But let me think about it. Does the Nigerian hair hostess too? The thing is, I love to book it to her the first time I ever laid my eyes on her. So this whole picking food and nylon and all that, it don't transcend that far. Yeah. It's Miss Nigeria, fuck. She doesn't like me anymore, so she avoided me. That's so cute. But like this type of seduction act is like, if I was thinking and I was watching Downtown Abbey I was thinking it's like some Victorian type of seduction that is like elite, like using fork and knife. To me, I just think it's very timid. It's just being a coward, bro. Because it's like, what do you mean I have to like first use my body to, bro? Just get up and just go talk to the girl. Like, what the fuck is all this? I'm not going to do that right now, and I'm not going to do that outside my domain or my territory because I didn't do it in the UK, bro. I'm not going to do that again, so I think. But for now, I'm still on my dad's flow, so which is I have to use my brain. I can't repeat the same mistakes I did. And in the long run, so far so good, I've realized that it's never worth it. But anyways, and so I was trying to dispose this stuff, and I saw this dude trying to open the restroom door. But it was locked. It's still locked. That's crazy. Okay, I was like a test or something. I don't know. But then the other one was open, so he was asking if he could open it. And initially, I didn't want him to open it because one, there was food. Okay, no, that's a lie. One, the girl was there, and I didn't want it to hit the stuff on her. But then I hesitated. But it wasn't hesitating like trying to be macho or like protect the princess. It was just more like, I mean, that was a jurisdiction to decide. But then I noticed that the same thing happened when I went out with the girl a couple of days on February 15, where she was singing karaoke. Then I was singing with her. Bro, I feel like I have a decent voice, or maybe above average voice. I don't want to over flatter myself. But she was singing, and I was meant to be a backup. Then the other misfit came, and he was singing along. So he was singing along, and at some point it was like his voice was overshadowing her voice. So I feel like this is where I was going to like really pay attention, but for some reason the stench came out. But this thing is creepy as fuck. Sometimes I used to think this stench was if you had too much sex with too many people, but the kid had it too, so that is not it. Like I said, I experiment a lot. And when I was coming from, I know I'm not just like so I'm talking about these people. And when I was coming from, I can't remember, one girl I sat next to, she entered at Birmingham. I was trying to toast her at some point, and plus, she was doing that timid types of flirtation. Like, you take off your clothes, then they try to mimic you. It's like mimicry. Then this thing started coming out from my body, and I was so confused. But hers was like so strong. I was like, what the heck? What the hell? What the hell, bro? So when you saying it's hard, but it's not like this is me. So yeah. Okay, so back to the Nigerian girl. So I was trying to not overshadow I was not trying to dominate her voice with my voice because it's like a not a sing along, but like a what does Beyonce call it? Not a duet. Is it duet? It's not a duet. But I was trying to be like a backup singer. Then I was trying to like part it. But then the other dude started singing, and he was like matching her exact energy, whereas I was trying to like compliment it and like give her the spotlight. And for some reason, and that was when I said that we had an itch or a glitch. For some reason, I realized that body language presentation of our body language presentation will be changed. And I told to that guy, I was like, well, I'm just trying to like put the spotlight on you. And Robert Greene calls it is it the charmer? I was not even trying to charm her. I was just trying to be like a decent person, whereby not just a decent person, I was trying to like let her feel like our voice can also dominate. So like she's saying, I didn't want to like sing at the same pitch, and both of us like, oh, but maybe she wanted that because it was more like a romantic scenario, I think. Oh, the other dude was doing it, and it's so flirting vibe went straight to her, to him. But then she's just that type of girl that doesn't really care about one single guy, because during the course of the night she told me she has a boyfriend, which is crazy because we made out. So I guess, but I don't also want to judge. Like I said, analytical and critical thinking. So I didn't want to do that at this. I didn't want to do that. So I didn't want to like overshadow our voice at that scenario. Then it's alright. Then so yeah, so I didn't want to do that with her. No, so I didn't want to do that with her. That's the Nigerian girl. But then it's changed to him. But like I said, I don't care about the whole body language thing. I just moved on from it. But then now asked her if she wanted me to introduce him to her, because she's not my girl. So I don't mind bad bitches fucking man dismiss them. Like pass them around there. Sad, but it is what it is. Like I don't like it, but it is what it is. And to be fair, I will feel sad about it, but it is what it is. Being a man is crazy because you can never show that you're insecure or you're feeling sad about something. So I just let it go. So now with her at the door, the dude was asking if we should push it or pull it, but I didn't even want him to open, so I was like, I don't know. Then I looked over to the lady because she was coming, like, okay, my lady, what's your take on this? Then she then looked at me like, take charge, my nigga. Well, not like my nigga, more like my nigga, like, or maybe that, I don't know. But oh my lord. Then I was like, this ain't my jurisdiction. Right. So the dude, then she now told the dude to push it open. Then he pushed it open and her face just fell short now. She was sad. And I was like, what did I do? But then I was thinking about it and I realized, no, actually that's a lie. I actually knew straight up that was what I did. I should have just manned up. But like, that wasn't my jurisdiction. My head, no. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But anyways, came back to my sit down. Here is the video. But you guys are not hearing it. But she's probably hearing it. She's probably hearing it. So it's worth it to me. It's kind of chilling now. Anyways, guys, I'm going to miss talking to girls. Oh God. Oh. I'm looking for love. I'm just looking for girls to talk to. So shut up. I'm looking for love. I'm looking for excitement. What I don't know. I just want to talk. I just need to be a billionaire. And then get an island. And then run away from humanity with my wife. And then watch the world from my fortress of solitude. But occasionally we'll grace humanity with our presence. And then I can show off my insanity. Life is good when you're not hating. Zero. He's actually, see, because she's searching out, but I feel like she's trying to mess with my brain. But now, my head has a rara. But the thing is, if it was in Nigeria, I wouldn't even think of it or care or anything. I just see like a woman just opening her bag and it was my business. But now, everything means something. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's happening again. So like, not of it. Because I'm like pussy. I swear, the thing is, if the police, if I'd never had interaction with police in the UK, it would have been so much better. But they called police on me 4 times, bro. So I have to be wise. I need to be wise. Even with the air hostess, and I'm just being serious. Because someone just said yeah, but yeah, I need to be wise, bro. That's why I'd rather just stick to my black bed, I understand. And then maybe I'll call the cops on But it's not it's like women are called cops on me, but all of them are the same. It's just been judgmental. This is what it is. I'll be fun to take care of. And I need to make a lot of money. So I'm also smelling of alcohol and I head low. But I feel like I need to drink and show them that what's up to them. But that was what I was doing. I was destroying in the UK where I was hearing low, enter my seaweed, and I'll be like, I need to smoke to show them. But then when I now smoke the weed, it's like it's not about talking to them anymore. It's like I'm interacting with like a divine creature that I still feel all the time. Coming. Alright, so guys, if I wanted to lunatic, this is how the video would have gone. If I'd never, this is a new series. If I'd never gone to the UK, or if I'd never understood all this insanity going on in my head, this is how the entire scenario would have gone. So, I'll be making a video right now, or maybe not right now. I'm making a video saying, guys, man, there's this hair hostess I just saw. She looks Asian, Chinese. She's not Hong Kong, she's Chinese or Japanese. But she doesn't look Japanese either. I think she's Chinese. Like, I think she's brunette. Most Asian women, if not all, are always brunette. I've never seen a blonde Asian woman before. Like this nice looking skin. I think she has 6 legs though. These are legs because she's wearing a long skirt. Wi-Fi. Yeah. Alright. It's lost in trouble. Every time you travel, is there Wi-Fi on the plane? Oh, right. Like black memo. I can't experiment. I'm not experiment in Doha. No, it's wrong. Don't risk it. Yo. Wait. Alright guys. The other day I was in Matthew, my videographer. Then we went to the rest of Ibadan. Picked up this girl, Ini. I was trying to leave my things at all. Okay, so she was wanted to cross the road. I waited for her. Then she passed out like, damn, Sinyash. Wait, put up. Okay, Ini, what up? Where are you going to? Then she said she was going to Jaffa Balewa, so she hopped into the car. And then we're driving. I mean, I had a conversation, kept going. But I'll be honest with you, literally had like the Holy Spirit in me and shit like that because I was going to church. For some reason, I didn't want to like fit to that much, but I also wanted to play my music out because I like that shit. But as soon as I was trying to do it, let's kill that vibe. But I don't even care. Like, it was not nice, but it's real. I didn't care. I did care though because that Nash, like, it was like a loss. So I was driving, talking. And I was trying to pass her off. I wasn't trying to pass her off to Martin, but I also think she was just being extra because, I mean, my guy was there, I was there, I was talking to that was like okay, like really like when I called her and then she just picked my call like okay fuck it. So I was on that vibe. Then UI got boring, so we went outside UI. Then we went to this is called Platinum, and then a lot of window shoes at Platinum. So the shoes are sex workers. So we like trying to like because and the reason why I went there was number one to like have fun, talk to them, and number two I was at Songo the other day and I randomly met this girl and we were talking. Then brought her back to my car and I parked in front of my pastor's place. So she entered my car with vibe and my vibe was so clean, like she was so interested. So I thought I was going to take her to church. I'm always wearing suits. So I thought I was going to give her my coats and like go to church and all that. And then she's like, okay. But she looked like a sex worker. I don't want to trip and say I didn't know she was a sex worker. She didn't say that I didn't talk to her like a sex worker, so we just vibing. And the vibe was. So we went to church, went to a dark corner. Then some man came to knock at the car, told us to leave the place. So I went back to the main church side and we're vibing. I was playing my guitar for her, we're just vibing. Then some guys came around. It was also he has a guitar with him, so we're just vibing, we're talking. The vibe was like and she's like me, like she's all so it was cool. It was just Israel was like a bit psychotic around her and she was also psychotic, so it was just psycho. But then what now happened was some number kept calling her. Then she told me a friend, okay, I'm jumping the story. Why I knew that she was a sex worker was when she told me about her dad. My dad is dead. Well, she actually cannot say it. The truth. Then I was now telling her that she doesn't have to do it. That she can just let an online scheme. So I was trying to tell her to use my website. And she's like, okay, at first, what even I was even telling her was that she should be getting formal education because she has been close to school as well. This was like, oh, that dad is dead. I'm on yeah, we do. I'm also was we do vegetables. Then yeah, then we got to the part of the phone thing where she told me that she was going to get money from her friend. That's 20,000 naira. I was like, okay. And she was not looking at me like no, okay. But I didn't say that, but just looking at her to like okay. Then like number kept calling her, she was like that she has to go, but like she doesn't have to go to like can I borrow the money? Like red flag. So she eventually left. I dropped her off. Before dropping her off, I was like, can you help me out somewhere? She's like, that's like I just have a number. Then I'll call her the next day. Time more, we need all of them. Okay. She can call she radius. She's like, oh no, she might be a number. driving. So my friends were like, I beg you, Carlo Jari. So she's now going. Then and that was already parked. I wasn't driving. I already parked. Then I now started driving. They're like, oh, the way they go like, Carlo Jari, then I also like got up place. I was like, no, if they got me because the three were like, they're cool, but they wasn't giving me the vibe I like. Like I said, I like my girls. I like vibe with me. Yeah. So, and then the dam was like giving me vibe, and she was laughing, and then she was laughing to all my jokes, and then like, okay. So I get secured. Then, okay, she came back on by. She's like, no, you really don't buy. Then our friend was like, fully number now. Chill, wow, funny. I'm like, fully number. And then all the three friends were not seizing, were not laughing. So I collected that number. Now it's 3 weeks. So now I was not with Marty. I was a couple of days ago. So we went to the same route, but as far as I went personally. Then we saw this girl, light skin, big old titties, bro. And then sleep like damn. Now that wasn't the first one. We went to like a couple of other girls. But I didn't like the way Matthew was talking to them, and I'm not shading Matthew. He was talking to them like sex workers, so that was nice. Like, because the plan was like to talk to them like sex with them, like just flirt with them. Because for some reason, sex workers are more interested to talk to them than regular girls. Like, not all of them, but like sex workers just have this dark story. Maybe I'm just a psychopath. Anyways, stories for you guys. So the Matthew was talking to like first to talk to girls. Now the first one I saw like my gym instructor that was teaching me how to swim. Then turns out it wasn't how my wasn't my gym instructor does because there was a time I was okay. So I played my guitar for her. Then I was flirting with her. Then I went on swimming. So I was going home. And there was these 2 strange guys that were smoking with him. Like, Chama, not fun now. Come by us. Like, nah. So I was telling them that this is like, blah, 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 blah. Then, so those 2 guys were packed there. So was also smoking. Then she and another girl went to meet them. And then, you know, I know that I've done go before, but like, you know how this scenario goes. And also I've not either, but like, just how the transaction was. And our friend was doing this to guys. The next day, just like the car. And like, oh, crazy type shit. So I was in Matthew and I thought she was the one. So like, we slowed down. Then I checked the notes. She's not the one. Crazy. Matthew and I spoke to 2 people on there. I didn't like me Matthew was talking to them. So we left there. Because Matthew was like, how much? Like, so that's why you just see how much. That's so boring. So lame. Hey, how are you? Just let's do vibe with them, shit like that. Like, we're trying to vibe. So, vibe with them. No, but this one's because much of this positive vibe out. Apologies, but there's a lot to go around and it's target practice. We cannot for that. I'm a terrible person. So, we left the cannot for that as well. Keep driving, flirting. But then we don't see like the lanes ones. So, I like sleeping. I'm not really sure because I like what I like. So then I saw and I'm like, yes, that one. Slow down. Hello. Something again. I clicked it on the wall. But she lied about that name. She lied about 3 or 4 times about that name. My name went from Tony to the last one I remember is Tony. Oh, but I sent her cash. Why did I send her cash? I think went from Tony to different names. So I was just letting with her. Just she has a nice tattoo. Like she's very beautiful and a nice skin. And like, she was like, but like, okay, that's 3 days. I don't have sex with her, but I'm trying to enjoy her vibe. And I was like, squeeze her 3 days and like, get at you. How much? She's in front of me. You have 3 days. I don't think they can hear me. So then she was like 15k. I was like, 15k. times. Then we did a 360 to go and find another girl for Matthew. She spat again, like, why is this girl spitting? Now, let me tell you why. As soon as she came out from the car, she went to the other side of the car. So she peed. And then, by the time I checked the other side of the other part of the car, as soon as there was any spit on the car, I was like, yeah, you guys are nasty, bro. Crazy shit. So she just went straight into my phone and she just put up her, like, as if she was very ladies, and she was just peeing all butt naked, like, ew. Like, I knew we said we were going to like some job or like sucking things and all that, but like, bitch, I was just saying it, I was going to that relax. Just wanted to vibe with you. That's crazy to pay me because of vibe. Also, the plan for the payment was I wanted to interview her for my YouTube channel and ask her some questions about the image and she was saying. So she peed and then she stood up and then I was like, red flag. Now, creepy shit happened. The legs just put off. Behind us. That's it. Just, it wasn't even parked, it was reversed, it was just there. Like, okay. Nah, I didn't give a fuck for that. I was more concerned about the girl. And to be honest, I was actually concerned because why were you spitting that much? My height focused on 7. And then I had so I took a picture for the business like that. She just wanted to go straight to action and then still vibe. So like, okay, baby. Then the Lexus behind was not moving, but I genuinely didn't care. But then she spat like 4 times again. Like, okay, let's vibe. Okay, or like, okay, I'll pay you. Or can I make a video of you and ask you questions? She's like, no, social media. Oh, fuck it. So I couldn't make a video of her until yesterday. So I'm no vibe. But I've paid her to vibe. That's fine. So just entered the car park. Then we're like, oh, there's a Lexus car behind us. I wasn't talking too much about that, but we thought it's probably. So Matthew and I first initially assumed that this were happy because she's sick. So she wanted to ask me. Then I dropped Matthew at his hostel. I was able to drop her. And I was asking her that, oh, some guys in car park, because I don't know, yeah, there were guys and there's a black ant. I was checking. So like some guys were behind us that there's some people. So like guys were she was looking to us. So they like then she was like, no. But then when we first met at UI, she told us that she's been to UI hotels a couple of times. Crazy. Anyways, I was vibing with her, then last time vibing, just vibing. Sorry? Okay. Oh, sorry. Do you mind if I say so much sorry? Because I did a job. No, even the mention this. Sorry. Anyways. Then we're vibing, so I was trying to drop her off. Then okay, so how does that story go? Can't remember. Okay, yeah, so I was saying something about how those guys were happy. She was like, oh, I swear. I was like, yo, are you a Christian? Because I can't remember the first time she told me, but that was sounding like some Christian. It was only Tony one. I can't remember. So I was like, are you a Christian? So she said, yeah. This is where they was like, yeah. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, it's ruining my story. So she said, yeah. So we said something. And then she was like, I swear on Ogun, I swear on Ogun, I swear on Ogun. I was like, how are you swearing on Ogun? And she said something that made sense, where she was like, if you swear on Jesus or whatnot, it takes time. But when you swear on Ogun, it starts judgment. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah. Now, I felt like I didn't need to pay her because when I wanted to go and drop her off, she would just say drop me off. I was like, oh, don't worry, down. I'm going to give you some cash. And I said I was going to give you 5,000 naira. Then, so like, okay. Then, when I was out driving and I was being nice to her and vibing more, for some reason, she now started saying, I'm going to pay her money. I'm like, oh. For some reason, I also felt like she wanted us to make out or have sex. I don't know. But I feel so because that was the vibe. Okay, yeah, so I was not telling her that okay, that if I send her money, that she's going to use it for clinic, that she should go to my god, that she actually call her. Let me call her when I was in Nigeria for a terrible person. So it's like, she has to go to the clinic, that she's spitting so much that she has to get checked because she definitely has some STD or some bacterial infection or something. And then she was like, yeah, that was okay. Then she now even started swearing on waiting that she doesn't have STD and all that. Like, how do you know? I just want to give yourself this. She's like, oh, so that I'm the one that has STD. Then would I be saying something like that to her? Blah, 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 blah. Like, she be spitting. Like, just get some help. And I got no STD. It's like, bro, I always get tested. So she was like, okay. Then I got to where I was going to drop her. Then I parked the revive. She don't know where she's from, kind of like that's sad. Then I bought my guitar. I was like, I wanted to play my guitar for a while. Then she took it from me and she said she was going to play for me. Then can't remember. Then okay, they were just playing, having a laugh, trading down. I think, okay, one day what happened on the couch, having the laugh there, she looked across the room and she was like, oh, that she's going to call all the other girls from you. That, hey, I was going to say that 2,000, I said that 10,000, I was like, hey, now I'm like, I would like give you different money, I didn't pay anything to you. She's like, no, come. She's like, okay, 15,000, I was like, I'm not like, please, no, she's like, I was like, okay, please, but that was, the first day 5,000, that was what I wanted to be out. She's like, hey, I was like, okay, that was sick for you. And then she was screaming at the side, I was like, she shouted, okay, 12,000. I was like, I don't have 12,000. And she was shouting, she's like, that's what she now said, I'll call all the girls for you. Get the cook, I was like, hey, nah, she called all the girls for me, that's the man that girls dance. That would be like some nice things. Like, hey, that was when she now played bass. No. So I was okay. So I was not trying to shut up. I was not brought my guitar again. Like I was smashing my guitar. I was like, oh, I'm going to play a song that. What song do you like? Then she now chose me to one song like that. So Shadow or some songs like that. So I was trying to play. I can't remember what I was trying to play. She gave me the one that she listens to my video play now. Then Alex. They couldn't play that one. She was not like, and when I was okay, shit, I forgot. So when I was in the UI, when we were going to the first spot, I was telling her that because oh my days, it was one of the favorite dates. So I was not telling her that going to take her out the next day to my Valentine. She was like, oh my shit, it's not your call. It's just so fun. Probably should make it right now. From there. Talking sorry boss. Curious. So yeah, she's just like, it wasn't a real call. Yeah, she's just having a laugh and everything. So fast forward to back to where I dropped her off. She doesn't have units. So I was like 8,000. She's like, after you did 12,000 for you. Okay, we back and forth. Then I put my bank card. Then she's not trying to see how much I have on my back. I was trying to like, I was trying to hide it. So she was not, I was trying to like not allow her to see it. Yeah, she was trying to see it. God, I was nice. I like to play. So, I was like, okay. So I think she now want to take clips of it. So like I have money. Then she was like, okay. No. Okay, 10,000. I was just said that 10,000. Because she was like, oh, that she was screaming. And then, oh, yeah, she was like, that she was going to take me to the police station. That I want to go to the police station. That but I thought I was to police. That I was like, hey, but I didn't do anything now. She's like, hey, that's. I will tell you guys, if I was studying slow, I probably would have said a better story about me, but say it like this is more interesting for me. So, chase the bag. We'll work on our content creation skills. But Moses said we got $1,000 course. So, don't spend that on a course or fuck that. Anyways, where was I? Okay, let me finish now. And it's gonna be worse because when I started with my cousin, I don't think I'm going to be content in the house. I'm literally going back to Egypt, guys. I think this is Egypt Pro Max. So I turned around, entered the car. After saying that, guy, she didn't want to come out. Then I was just to make it up there or something. And she's like, oh no, that she can't jump where it was. Like she goes all the way to the front. Like, bitch, no, I'm doing the 360. And then I did the 360. So like, no, it's not 360 there. Police are going to arrest me. Like, she only done like that in the middle of the road. But then when I was turning, I just said, wow. I was like, what the fuck? But then it was just like a siren car passing. So. Thank Jesus. And I did the 360 into U-turn and dropped off and revived the route. And she was going and I called her back and I looked at her down. Sorry. Just to say so. Sorry. Oh my God. I didn't speak in those. That's what I say. Anyways, so dropped her off. That number called out, so I never called out. Sad. Actually, not sad. I had fun. It was worth it. It was worth every penny. Yeah, then I went to church. Oh, let me kill it. So I went to church, and then I knew that my dad was already going to be in church. So I didn't want to go and park where I park because this is people up around 11 p.m. when I'm meant to be in church. It's gonna like. Sorry. Oh, why don't you use that part? Why aren't you using somewhere there? Yeah. I mean, don't worry, you can use this. It's alright. So I want to pull up at church because it's gonna start asking questions out. Well, I didn't know that for questions. So I didn't want like guys. Just didn't want to have to deal with that. So I parked in front of the church and there was a video I made where I was leaving church for my 3 days program. There was this girl that checked me into the guest house. I collected that number. So anytime I go for video, I link up with her, just talk, she comes to my car. So I parked in front of there, then I went to see her. Normally I never would see her. I called her, my phone was there and I needed her, like I needed cover story. And she was my perfect cover story. So I went in, said hi to her, spoke to her. My boy, don't text her now. Like, well, Nigerian shit, don't tell anybody. That's so sad, but she's such a sweet girl. I think she has a demon now, but she's amazing. So I went into the guest house and so shouted to her, so. Then came back to my car, then later she came to my car, we had a conversation. But okay, before she didn't meet me in my car yet, I went to buy cheese ball and yogurt. So when I was coming back, then I saw her, which is crazy. Because I told her where my car was going. Okay, yes, let's do it. So I met her. go see. I want to be the girl's house, introduce her to parents. So I took her to come to my dad, and not like as a girlfriend or anything, just like as my friend. So I went to meet my dad, and then he said hi. Then I was like, okay, alright. I'm like, okay, like, because my dad is cool. So like, oh, the girl from the guest house was like, oh, hello. But to be fair, though, for some reason, that reaction or what that made bullshit was that I took her to the guest house, which is like, nigga, what the fuck? As I don't pay attention to that, but like bullshit. And it's easier to ignore when I'm mentioning those. I don't think guys don't use it because they don't understand. So anyways, introduced us to my had a chat, then went back to my car, we had a nice conversation. It's cool. At this point, I didn't give my sister, and that's why this is very quick. By August, I need to go back to Nigeria because she knew I was traveling, and she didn't come out of the to come and tell me goodbye. I keep hearing stop paying. But what's now realized, and the fastest way to run from this now to just stop still working. Guys, how the fuck was still working on the Epstein file? That's crazy. Why do see I've got that name? Say so sorry. But anyways, by British psychology or my understanding is up the same. But to be honest, I don't think I have the same. I think my disability is not the fuck. Got you down the entire. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Imagine. Show the food. Yeah. I don't want to do this. I promise not to do this. I can make a content. I know, so next 1 month I'll probably start speaking. My disability is working, actually working before. I actually came to that conclusion this morning. Because before, I was like, no, I'm not disabled, it's just British blood, and all the to now realize that I am actually disabled. And this. So next time I feel like I can predict that action because of the flow. It's crazy. So if I actually take my time to actually learn this thing. Now someone said, yeah, she's diving. It is also using it to control them. I don't want to use that click. Common sense can speak. Why are you doing about it? Talking about it. They can't. I think that's my thing. I think it's just the free money that wants it as well. It's crazy. Although I like look now so much. This is the back to slavery. Well, I know that my subconscious has a higher purpose. Because I'm genuinely going back for marketing and content creation to show Nigerians how an advanced civilization looks like. But you can't use it as without anything. Someone closes something as a validation to what you say. It's not easy to still be completely people around. Once you believe that, just make them think that there's something like that. Just don't be able to like put something down there and then you see that's validation. Like, damn. I know, he's a genius. Just give me my teaching job, I'll be less miserable. Okay. Time to move played yellow in a long time. So it's C D G, I think. Then down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. So this is retro abstract. So in Nigeria, yeah, if I heard like doo doo, I wouldn't have cared. But now, when I heard doo doo, I realized that I was doing my strumming pattern was meant to be down, down, up, down, up. But I was doing down, 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 down. And now I feel like I've done something bad. Literally going back to Egypt, guys. Like, it's when you feel like you're fraud. But Nigeria, it's like I'm just having fun, bro. I'm just making a video. I'm just making a video. But now it's like, I just broke a ball. Like, so is it me? Yes, it is you. It's you. Your brain is fast. Why? I don't know. It's the wise people. I just want to play my music. I don't think you guys enjoy my content like you used to, unless in the words of Travis Scott, I rise above it all, and I don't allow it to affect me. So yeah, well, before rising above it all, right here, actually rise above it all right now. I'm starting again. So, like, when I was growing up, there was this girl, alright. I used to play Shivas for her. But not literally, because it wasn't that I was shy of talking to her. I just never confessed my love for her. It's not how stupid that is. Like, so like, I talked to this girl, so in the church here, it's a big church, it's a big building, but a small church. So the church building is big, but the congregation is small. And in the entire church we were like, it's approximately 20. So there was me, and I'm gonna put a video when I went with Samuel and Malawa to get something at KFC. Dude, I used to carry those guys like babies when they're smaller, and that was when they was already. So there was me, my dad, 3, Samuel's mom, Samuel's dad, Samuel, Malawa, 7. The Farodois, that's one. The Farodois, that's the man who raised that, that's 1, 2. Then Ore Moba and the brother, that's 3. So that's 11 or 12. 3 plus 4 plus. Sure. Yeah, I'll use it actually. 3 plus 4. But making content to be so hard. I want to rise above it. Come on, Israel. This is your trial by fire. I'm tired of trial by fire, man. Move on. 3 plus 4. Yeah, I think that's my disability. I'm not able to move on from this. 3 plus 4. 7. Plus 1, 2. Plus 5. That's 12. 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 plus 12 plus 4, 16. So it used to be 16 plus. I think she's dead now. There used to be one old lady. That was Ori's grandmother. That's 17. Then okay. Then a grandchild, 18. Then a housemaid, 19. Then she used to come with like some of our other grandkids, but on and off. So I'm not gonna have them. But Okwe used to be stable at some point. So still 19. Then Taiwo's mom joined us, 19, 20, 19 plus 3, 22. So it used to be 22. I tried 22, so let's do the Shivas for Ore. Shivas. Don't worry guys, I'm still gonna repeat this entire story when I get to London. I'm just bored right now and I have nothing better to do. But I don't have Shivas here, I'm not downloading it. So I'm gonna just sing it from my brain. But you know how much I need you. But you never hear me sing it. Now I feel like I'm embracing white people. That's sad. I wanna go home. Rise above it. How? Wait. Ugh. This is real cool. This is going to build your endurance and your fortitude. You know what? No. Guys, this song, I'm going to channel or wherever she is. So I look in your direction, but you pay me no attention, dude. But you know how much I need you, but you never. Hello world, if you ever watch my content, I'll make the best content on the planet. This is where I become my phone. I'm like, hello humans, are you all as old as me? I'm so bored, but I don't want to, because that's another person's creativity. Oh my god, what? You can kick me off the plane thing and kick me off because I got sweet mouth, and I'm just probably gonna be like, oh hello mate, well, I don't really want to do that. What do you want to do? Yo guys, so checkers is either lame or I just suck at it because I'm trying to set a trap. So if I come here, then he kills me, then I kill him, then I can proceed forward because then there's a space here. But let's see, I have to kill it. I have to kill it. But no, I'm trying to win. Chess is better. Why? Well, with chess, I can bring my rook somewhere here. Oh, this was chess. I don't know, but still with chess I can set a trap. I let it drop like this. No. You guys, alright, so check this out. What the hell? You know, guys, why I feel like I'm going to slavery is because in the video where, and I said I was gonna make a video about it. So in the video where I was in Duncan stand, they called the cops on me here. Basically, I wasn't guilty of anything, but they were doing their psychological thinking, and I was guilty of not passing that psychological test, which was there were black youths around me, and I reacted to their presence. Do you know how insane it is that to a white person who reacts to the presence of a black person, then you are guilty of something, even though they have zero evidence of you being guilty of anything? Do you know how actually insane it is being a black person in the human world? Like, everyone has been passing since I didn't think too much about it, but a black dude passed and then I was panicking. Literally, it was like, oh, should I? Because I felt like a form of scratch or an itch. But like, should I scratch it? Should I not scratch it? Like, oh my god, what if I don't scratch it and it's like I'm a criminal? What if I scratch it and it's like I'm a criminal? It's like, what the fuck? I'm not a fucking criminal. It's like, why am I scared because a black person passed around me? Do you know how insane it is? It's crazy. It's literally insane. It's insane. I'm just here trying to play a game of checkers, and now I'm even overthinking my sitting on the plane. 3 years ago, I wouldn't really care. Now I've been made to be a person that cares to know if I should scratch my body or not. Going back to Egypt Pro Max. But hey, it's my fault that they enslaved my people and my country is underdeveloped. Like now, if I was in Nigeria and so probably the local flight, and I'm sitting next to the beautiful lady next to me, I feel like it's a natural phenomenon. Now I think it's orchestrated. Stop, like, and I can start giving you the breakdown of the psychology. Like, it's never ends, bro. It's just giving breakdowns of psychology every single time. That's why I had to get the fuck out of the place in the first place. And I'm going back again. Why? I don't know. Actually, I know. Like, it's the same thing. But I think it's meant to be like that so that you can keep going around in circles, and you can also pass it along to your jobs. You keep working the same shift, you keep living the same type of life, and everyone keeps running the same race. As a black person, it's fucked up. And the crazy thing is, most people are not indifferent about it. Most people are indifferent about it. No, they're not indifferent, actually. They just don't care. And this black dude that passed next to me said chill. And then he sagged. So like, is that meant to be a reflection of who I am? And now I'm thinking maybe because I listen to Travis Scott, because it's kind of dressed like someone like Travis Scott. This is literally racism, because it's like a black man passes near Israel, a black man, then Israel is meant to have a certain reaction. This is where I'm meant to say something crazy, but I'm holding on to my dad's word, so I'm like, why? Because fighting for black people is never worth it. Black man will backstab you the next moment, so the next minute he has, so where can go to hell. But then after saying what I just said in the previous video, when I upload this, and I just thought of my son, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to give back to somebody into this fucked up world. Like, as a black person, if you live in Nigeria, it's fucked up. If you travel abroad, it's even more fucked up. Damn. This is like some Attack on Titan Like, is it Malian? Can't even remember. I'm a Malian. I'm from Mali. I know, I'm from the island of Paris. Is it Mali? It's crazy. See, that's why I am fascinated about the Asians, because the Asians also kind of went through what we went through, something similar. Now they're existing by themselves, at least to an extent, and they're forced to be reckoned with. And then Big Sean says it takes one man, no man can change the world. So maybe I'm going to be the one man. But like I said, fighting for black people. I won't finish it because I'm also black, but I don't mind saying it, because when I say it, then I'll be a reality check. At the end of the day, I'm just escape and go back to playing checkers, because why? Because I am a fool. Say hello to the fool. Go on, I wish I didn't come to this kind of realization. I wish I never left Nigeria. Ignorance is bliss, bro. Ignorance is the most beautiful thing. Because it's not worth it at the end of the day. Okay, sure. How is it worth it? I'm tired of making these videos. Fuck everybody. The solution is for me to be a millionaire so I can buy an island and then procreate on my island and start my own country. I'm still gonna be a black person, but I'm also gonna be trained in the art of not giving a fuck. So everyone in my country will be the non-fuck givers, and then we're also gonna buy like a lot of we're gonna employ a lot of scientists so we can have like our own nuclear weapons, like a lot of nuclear weapons. I feel like that is more realistic than trying to save the black race. It's not how crazy that is. Starting my own country with nuclear weapons is more realistic than trying to educate black people. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wish I never had alone. I was listening to the song. I go to highway. I listen to John Road. You get over it. You find all the love to live. I swear that she'll get over it. Oh, you're sorry, you got love to love to give. Always, oh you are border rings. I had 10 running shot of border rings. I had 10 to give me a picture for the bank. Give on, you the one, hard running. She's smiling, happy, but I'm about to go to bed. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. So we should on the double track thing. It's up to the play, you know, you used to go wherever that.
We are starting out this drama. flights in Doha at this time. If you wish to use the washrooms, you may do so now. When the seatbelt sign is switched on, please remain in your seat with your seatbelt on. All washrooms will be locked and our cabin crew will pass through shortly.
So guys, the plane is landed and I literally told I was gonna go there. Have a big death. It sucks.
سيدكم السادة الكرام، الحمد لله على سلامتنا. مرحبا بكم في